morning, everybody. Welcome to the Brownstone. Let's go ahead and get some news and information that you can use so you can go about your day, shall we? We're going to go ahead and get started with the information on Apple slating for record iPhone shipments. So, the success of the iPhone 17 series is actually expected to drive Apple to a record number of iPhone shipments this year, according to market research firm IDC. Now, the tech giant is set to ship more than 247 million iPhones in 2025, and that's a 6% jump year over year and the most since 2021. The iPhone 17 has proven to be a particularly hot commodity in China, where Apple had been taking a hit from homegrown rivals. Sales of the phones are projected to rise 17% year over year in the fourth quarter. And Macy's beat Wall Street expectations and delivered its strongest growth in 3 years on Wednesday as the revamped retailer capitalized on consumer resilience. Macy's continued to deliver on the turnaround plan of CEO Tony Spring, who has focused resources on high-achieving stores while shuttering underperformers. The company's growth has driven by high-end retailer Bloomingdale's and beauty chain Bluemercury, with sales remaining sluggish at its namesake department stores. Spring cautioned that tariffs and an uncertain economy could depress holiday sales, even as the company raised its yearly guidance. That's a lot to take in. Let's talk about Anthropic. They've hired lawyers to work on a planned IPO, which could come as soon as 2026, according to the Financial Times reports. Citing anonymous sources, of course, the AI startup's choice of law firm was Wilson Sonsini, which has handled the offerings of other high-profile tech firms, including Google and Lyft. Anthropic IPO could be one of the biggest ever, valuing the company at more than $300 billion, and perhaps even more importantly, beating rival OpenAI to the punch. Now, OpenAI, recently valued at $500 billion, is reportedly working on its own listing. Expedia actually hires Google's former vice president of AI, Xavier Amatria, to be the company's first ever chief AI officer as it seeks to gain a strategic advantage in the travel space amid the fiercely competitive AI boom. In his new role, Ametrian will oversee the technical direction for advanced machine learning, generative AI, and data science, among other responsibilities, the company has said. In his previous position, Ametrian managed Google's core AI infrastructure systems. And last month, Expedia reported a 9% year-over-year increase in third quarter revenue services and growth. Bank of America has advised its wealth management clients to consider allocating 1 to 4% of their portfolios to digital assets, marking a major endorsement of cryptocurrency. According to Yahoo Finance, starting January 5th, the bank will cover 4 leading Bitcoin ETFs, including those from Bitwise and BlackRock. Until now, BOFA, or Bank of America as we know them, advisors were barred from recommending crypto to clients. And the move reflects a broader trend among major financial institutions, with Morgan Stanley and Vanguard also backing limited crypto exposure. Private firms are shedding more jobs in November. The U.S. labor market took an unexpected hit in November, with private companies cutting 32,000 jobs, according to the data released this morning by payrolls processing firm ADP. Economists had predicted a gain of roughly 40,000 jobs, and the losses were felt most acutely at businesses with 50 or fewer employees, which lost 120,000 jobs, and that's their steepest decline since March of 2023. Larger businesses saw a net gain of 90,000 workers, and the figures, the last expected on jobs before the Federal Reserve's meeting next week, may increase the likelihood of a rate cut. Nike actually makes some changes as well. Nike is actually revamping its C-suite structure as part of CEO Elliott Hill's recent turnaround plan. According to the Wall Street Journal, the sportswear giant is restoring the certain executive titles while eliminating others entirely, including Chief Technology Officer, and Chief Commercial Officer. Hill says the changes are meant to, quote, remove layers of management and accelerate his restructuring efforts to refocus Nike on athletes and sports. The changes include the appointment of Venkatesh Alagarasamy to Chief Operating Officer and the addition of 4 geographic heads to its senior leadership team. Well, that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be back later on in this early morning with you all to talk all about other things like what's happening around the world and what today actually is internationally. Listen, for more news and information that you can always use, head over to brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and you guessed it, Brownstone Living magazine. Go ahead and hit that QR code and get the November issue before the December issue with me on the cover drops. Thank you so much for joining me today. We'll see you around.